Ladies and gents, how are we doing? Gosh, it feels so good to be back in the rhythm of posting, guys. We're on a 4 upload streak, so super stoked. If you guys can't hear, we got the 5-0 running. We're about to go film a video. Today's video is going to be about 5 things that I absolutely love about this. But before we do that, we're going to do a cold start right now. After that, before we get into the rest of the video, guys, come on, hit that like button, helps your boy out a ton. Consider subscribing, means a lot to you, boy. And without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, guys, so we're going for a drive here. So number one, we got to start off with my favorite thing about this car is the sound. Now, don't get me wrong, the Coyotes can sound disgusting, but hopefully you guys can hear that. So this car right now, with its current exhaust setup, it's very, very basic. Stock manifolds, stock mid-pipe, still has resonators, but then it has the Flowmaster Outlaws, which are super deep and throaty. That's what she said. That's why I wanted these, because a lot of people with the Coyotes, as you guys have probably seen all over the internet, they'll do the Roush Axlebacks off-road X-pipe with long tubes, and it just sounds disgusting. It sounds like explosive diarrhea. And do not get me wrong, your boy loves a good loud exhaust, but it has to have the right tone. If you're just going for all-out volume, then yeah, sure, go ahead, do that exhaust, and you're gonna get a lot of probably negative attention because it's just too much over the top. But this setup is so good. We're cruising right around 1500 RPMs, and it's just, God, it sounds like an elephant is ready to attack. I don't even know what that sounds like, but if I did, this is what it would be. It sounds so good. We'll get a little heat in the engine, and then we will, open her up just a little bit so you guys can hear this exhaust. I gotta try to get a microphone in the back of the car because it does it no justice. I'll play a few cold starts and small revs right now. Sounds so good. I do want to remove the resonators to get a little bit more volume. Ooh, she sounds so good, guys. Oh my goodness, this car sounds phenomenal. Granted, we are still, like, the motor is ice cold, so I'm not gonna really be able to get on it too much. We're heading over to a spot where I'm gonna film the rest of the video, but gosh, she sounds so good. But let's segue, like we're about to get onto this road, onto the next thing, which is the performance. These cars are a bargain for performance, the horsepower, the torque. Now, when I first learned about these cars, everyone online always does like the Boss intake or the Boss manifolds, because they always say these cars are super good high end. I was blown away at how good the low end torque is on these cars. It's so effortless to get up to the speed limit. So a little background story, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome, subscribe. But I have a 2005 V6 that some of you guys might have seen, and then I also have a 2003 Cobra that I got a few years ago, and that thing's a torque monster, right? Obviously, you have the 4.6 liter 4-valve with the supercharger. Jesus Christ. So this, I was blown away the fact that it has similar torque to the Cobra. Now, obviously, once you go watt, it's not super close. The Cobra is full bolt-on. That's a pretty built car. That one pulls a little bit harder. But this one up top, woo, baby, she is rowdy. It is super good. The power band on these are so good. It is a 6R80 car. I wanted the 6R80. I did not want any of the headaches, the issues that come with the MT82s. I'm not trying to deal with 30-year lockout. And me personally, I just prefer an automatic. That's just me. Call me a baby, call me whatever names you want. I don't care. The 6R80 is super good, and especially with this car eventually probably going down the boost route. The 6R80 made sense because I know it's going to hold that power, no issues whatsoever. But we're pulling into the spot. Let's hop out, guys, and let's talk about a few other things that I absolutely love about this car. So next up, guys, one of the things that I love, number 3, is all the creature comforts. So coming from an 05, I didn't really have a ton of the features. It looked the same, but some of the things, heated seats. Now this is a premium model, so this did come with a few other packages. I'll put this little window sticker up on the screen now. So this might not apply to all of them, but I was so happy the fact that I have heated seats. Guys, look at this. It has heated freaking mirrors, man. That is so cool. Also, it has the track apps. So I can go in here, I can see everything. Cylinder temp, inlet, oil pressure, oil temp, trans oil, the whole 9. So that is super cool. The fact that like I don't need to go get an AFR gauge. Obviously with the 03 Cobra and the 05, they don't have all these sensors built into them. So that is super neat that this car comes with it. It also has the nav. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It is a very dated looking map, but it gets the job done. I don't really use this other than the Bluetooth audio, which is my next point. The fact that it has volume controls, I can toggle between music, like songs this way, and I can do hands-free calling. That is all stuff that I didn't have before, that I took for granted. Now that I have it, I absolutely love it. Another one is the ambient lighting, which I can't really show you guys because it's light out right now, but pretty much I could change the color and everything like in here illuminates. It is sick. Like, so good. This car has all the bells and whistles. So that's why I bought it. And for those wondering, it has 67,305 miles. Speaking of that, another thing that I absolutely love, and this blew me away, guys. This I was not expecting. Look at that right. Ooh, what is that thing? Old Ford, maybe? I don't know. I think sick. But back to this. Look at that. You guys see that number right there? 17.1 mpgs. My 4.0, which is a V6 that has 210 horsepower to the crank, averages 15 miles per gallon. 15 miles per gallon in a V6. How does this car that literally makes double the horsepower and almost double the torque and weighs more get better gas mileage? It makes no sense. It's astounding. And I'm also running 93 in this car. I know some people say you could, like, I think these things can do pretty much like flex fuel in terms of like anywhere from 87 to 93. The computer learns and it just pulls back some timing, I believe. So that was one of those things that I thought was pretty interesting, but I'm always going to run 93. I mean, you don't buy these cars to put in like the cheapest fuel. Who cares? Like, if you're struggling that bad, you shouldn't have bought the car. Not a jab, but that was one thing I thought was super neat, that you can still get tremendous gas mileage. And this is all city. I have not driven on the highway at all with this car. So the fact you get 17 in the city, nuts. But let's go to the outside and talk about some of my favorite things on the exterior, because that's where this car is gorgeous. So guys, moving to the exterior, one of my other favorite things is this color, deep impact blue. Gosh, guys, it is one of the best colors Ford has ever come out with. In pictures, it doesn't really do it justice, but holy cow, the amount of flake that it has, and it also is kind of a color shift. It goes from a blue to a purple. It has all different types of hues to it. And let's move our way to the back, because this is really what many people would argue is one of the best looking Mustangs ever made, especially in the modern day. The taillights, the rear, it is just bootylicious, baby. You know, I'm not an ass eater, but this car I would. Psych, I totally got to cut that out. Psych, your boy's leaving it in there. But this car just looks so good. Oh man, she's a looker, guys. I know the video's not doing it any justice, but the exterior on these is mentally good. Like, so good. Now, one thing I don't like, which I'll be doing in another video, the wheel gap. Atrocious. Like, that is disgusting. But let's get back in the inside and let's do another drive. So there you guys go. I'm going to keep this video kind of short, but those are 5 things that I absolutely love about this car. It's almost impossible to beat these cars in terms of value for what you get and the platform. All Coyotes, you know, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3 are so stout, especially the Gen 2 and 3. But these cars, you know, a lot of people can make over 600 wheel, no problem. And I also thought it was so freaking cool that these cars can run flex fuel. You don't need different pumps. So like I can get like LU47s and get E85, and all I'd have to do is get a flex fuel tune, and I can run, you know, a combination of both, or totally 93, totally E85. Like, that's so sick. You know, with the Cobra, I'm so used to that. You have to do a full fuel system, so you got to do pumps, you got to do the AN lines or whatever the heck they're called, so that way the E85 doesn't rot them out, and, you know, injectors, the whole 9. So the fact that it's just injectors and tune, so cool. Like, it's amazing. I'm still stuck in the past with these cars. It's kind of crazy, but there you guys go. 5 things I love. I'm gonna probably do another video because I've only had this car like 2 weeks. So the more I have it, the more I enjoy it, the more things I'm gonna find, because I'm still learning about it. I never really drove one of these before, so now I'm getting the hang of it. I'm learning these things, and it's blowing me away more and more every day. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to drop a like. It helps your boy out a ton. And consider subscribing because we got tons of awesome content. Like I said, we got 3 Mustangs, we got 2 e-bikes, we got a lot, and we got a Silverado. We got a whole bunch of stuff on this channel, and spring is pretty much here, so content is coming. We're doing at least 2 to 3 uploads a week, and I'm hyped. Your boy's gassed. I am just, woo, baby, fired up. So I love you guys, and I'll catch y'all in the next upload. Peace out.